Hey, what's up, guys? Man, what a nice day out today. It's about 50 degrees. It's a little damp. It's a little damp. Otherwise, not too bad. Flick you around so you can see where we're going. So, there's what she looks like out. Not too bad. And then feast your eyes on these beauties over here. Nice. So, some of the stuff we're gonna do today. First day back from work, and the chicken rooster birds are over there singing the song of daylight. It's kind of late in the morning. I just didn't feel like coming out in the cold today. Still a little groggy from traveling around the world a little bit, and so yeah, I decided I'd just take my time getting out here this morning. Man, look at that beautiful piece of machinery. You guys know Rhonda, and Rhonda's got some new glass. I need to wash the windshields now, though. Of course, the side glass is unobtainium, so we used the old side glass. We did get new rubbers, and you see we got a little wiggle right there, but it's okay. Those rubbers will do some shrinking and some moving around as they start to settle in. The windshield frame is in real good shape. We did lose a little bit of this glass, but it's to be expected. I guess what we could have done is bought new ones, but can't find them. I guess what we could have done has been, I don't know. I don't think there is anything we could have done, but anyhow, we're gonna get this truck started up today and move it around. We got the booms down. Me and Don McCord and Johnny did some work on this old girl and got the winches working and some of the handles working. I see we have a disconnected rod, and I don't remember why that is. Oh yeah, I do, but we need to put that pin back in. But we got the booms down. You can see the damage to the booms from it being full of water and then freezing. Water is a very, very powerful non-compressible deal. I don't know what some of that is, but we are going to replace those booms. We bought some steel, and we're going to get those booms uncoupled from there and off, and then we'll take them apart and replace that tube and get them painted up nice and put them back on. It's nice to have these things down where we can get an eyeball on them. We're going to replace these pins and repair up some of this cable guidance, maybe put some bushings in those pulleys. We'll have to see how that goes. And we got to get these things where they swivel and move, and they're supposed to turn and do all kinds of stuff. And we get some pulleys up in there that also are going to need some attention. But so we're going to get this thing parked probably over where Crystal is, so we can scoop these things off with the forklift. And maybe I don't know, but we'll get it someplace where we can work on it. Don McCord came over and we got all the lights working. Now the brake lights don't work because there's no air going to the brake light switch, so we'll have to figure out what I cut off in there that needs to get put back on. But it's good to see this old girl. I've been missing her. We got a couple of these rear ends over here we need to get a look at. These are replacement rear ends for Crystal, 355 gears. So we get rid of these wheels and tires and get those diffs on a crate somewhere. We bought some booms, but both of them are bent, and we just don't want to put bent booms on. So what we're going to do is we'll salvage the end products off of here, and then we'll probably try and sell these booms to somebody that might need them that doesn't want to try making new ones. Yeah, we'd like to get rid of this scrap here pretty soon. I'd like to sell those tanks. We need to get Marla going. Needs a starter. Johnny might come this weekend. We'll get some batteries out of some of these trucks, get them inside and get them reconditioned. I will probably take all the batteries that we have outside inside and get them all tuned up. Crystal needs a bath, and we need to get at putting the intake stack on. Marla hasn't been running in a while. The starter was dragging, and then I killed it. So we'll get a new one for that. It's a couple $100. And then we also need to get over there and get 11 and get the batteries out of it and get them charged up and then get them going. We're going to also probably cut this frame off and get this front axle off. I don't know. Maybe we'll just clean up all the bullshit that's hanging off of it and run it over there alongside the shed. I'm not really 100% sure. But yeah, we'll have to see. Jessica said that this door was open the other day, which concerns me because there's no reason why it should be open. Unless I got the toolbox out of here and then just didn't close the door. Sometimes you close the door like that, it's not closed all the way. You gotta do that, and then it's closed all the way. She's a little cold and tired sitting in here through the winter. We need to get her vacuumed out, get some of the crap out of it, get her polished up, all sparkle buggy. This truck may be going to Matt's. It just depends on if we get Betty roadworthy before then. I'd like to make it happening. Let's go in the shop. So many things to do. It seems like I'm missing a couple of wheels. Nope, they're there. Nope, there's one. It's interesting. It's whatever. I need to clean up out here. It's getting, we're going to come into spring pretty soon. I got a lot of stuff going on in the next few weeks. We got to get a lot of work done to Betty. I want to also get the rear end set up in this car, which I am probably going to do in the next day or so because I'd like to get this car off the hoist. Somebody asked me what these boxes were. It's just a toolbox out of Marla and out of the back of the Trailblazer. Oof, it's cold up in the shop. It sat through all that cold weather. Get the lights turned on. Oh, I also have been working on my bench, getting some crap off of there. I'm gonna get a crate and crate up all the oil cooler parts for the 12V92 and get it set over there, and then we'll finish cleaning this bench off, top and bottom of both of them. That bench is nothing but a collect. I'll also probably get rid of it. But there's the Nova up there. I got to get that rear end set up. We're gonna cut these spring mounts off. These are for the mono spring. We're gonna cut those off, and I got some new ones. We're gonna set it up on there. What we'll do is we'll do one side first, right? I'll take one off and set the new mount on, set the rear end on it, and tack it, and then we'll cut the other one off, set it on and tack it, and then we'll put the U-bolts and everything in, and we'll check the pinion angle, and we'll reset up the gears because they're not done right. You know, there's not supposed to be any play in that. Anyway, I didn't film this, but we did some repairs on the grill for Betty, and I gotta clean those things up, and let's see where there was a couple of those were bent and busted. These right here were broke off, so we welded those. So I'm gonna clean those up as best we can with a little file and a little sand work, and we'll see if we can't get those cleaned up and polished. We'll do a little sanding on here. It's not gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be a lot better than it is. We had some really heavy wear there. We'll get those cleaned up, and yeah, we'll get that cleaned up, and we'll get her polished up. A couple of them nicks. Now we should have done these, a little tack on these, but I think what we'll do is, I think I can do that. This needs a little bit more. This needs a little bit more, and then these two need a little bit. We'll see how it goes. I'll clean them up and see if it looks like they're going to work or not. We got to get the wheels off and get them polished. I need a 5th wheel plate. The step boxes, Johnny came and worked all day and cleaned up this frame under here. And we're going to get in there with some primer and paint. We'll cover up the engine. We'll get the hood up and we'll paint that all up. We'll wait for a warmer day. We'll wait for a warmer day to tackle that. We'll get that primed and painted, and we're still working on exhaust. I've got some exhaust parts coming. Once we get the prime and paint done and get all the step boxes and everything back on, make sure the exhaust is going to clear. We'll just get this one on and make sure it's going to clear, and then we'll do up the exhaust underneath and hang both of the elbows. And I also need to order the downpipe. So there's a lot of stuff's got to happen pretty soon. I want to have the exhaust done, just needing the stacks. I ordered stacks 4 weeks ago. They were supposed to be 10 weeks out. I ordered them 4 weeks ago, so we got approximately 6 weeks, which puts us right at mats. So the stacks might get here right when we have to go to mats. And in the meantime, we may have to just go with some other different stack, maybe too short or too long or something, to get us to the truck show. But what I got coming back is I got the step boxes, the brackets, the air tanks. I bought new air tanks, but I also got the old air tanks sandblasted and powder coated. So we'll get the air tanks in and mounted up and finished, and then we'll plumb up the sleeper. I'm not sure what we're doing as far as the sleeper boot. We're just going to get by with what we have for now. If we can get the custom sleeper boot made, we'll leave the sleeper right where it's at, and if we can't, then it's going to be a matter of moving the sleeper forward, and that is going to be a pain in the ass. But if we have to, we will. We'll take the sleeper back off. We'll move those mounts, custom make mounts if we have to, and we'll scoot that sleeper forward an inch, and that'll give us a little bit of play in that boot, because the boot's going to shrink, so we need at least an inch. We still have to hand clean the differentials and change the other set of brake chambers and get that stuff painted, and paint the inside of the frame rail. So a lot to do. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get the heater going and get this shop warm, and yeah. All right, we're going to start crystal up. Still in there doing work, you know. And it should, once once that thing shows a little bit of heat, it should kick up by itself to a higher idle. We have to get the cold start figured out. I think the fuel was gelled when we tried to run it. It's really not a good place to set this. We'll just hang out here for a second. I would have thought it would already been warmed up for the idle to step up, but I don't know. There it goes. Yeah, see that? Those electronic motors, they're pretty smart. They kept the idle low until it showed a little bit of heat. And then it cranked it up a little bit. I think it's easier on the main bearings. What we got? We got 50 pounds oil pressure. Yeah. Oh. 70 pounds oil pressure. Charging 14.6. Got full air over there. I can see those air gauges are full. Best shifter in the world. This is something people were kind of complaining about, and I get it. So we may change that. We may put this clamp on that seam. We'll have to see. I think when Trisha gets back to paint, we're just going to send it. And, yeah. You know, it's so weird. I don't see the keys for Rhonda unless we're just left them in it, which is always possible. I'm just trying to get the shop warmed up inside. Oh. Apparently the door's locked, which I find to be not good. Let's see. Wait, I got. It is a lot better in here. Still a lot to go, but yeah. Oh, huh. That's interesting, isn't it? I'm gonna set you up here for a minute. So the door's locked. Missing a bunch of my wrenches. We got to get this door panel off. Yeah, we need to get the door panel off and get all that lubed up in there. We got some new door handles we got to work on as well. Yeah, when it's 40 degrees out, 40 or 50, maybe it's 45, I don't know. It starts pretty good, even though this fuel is modern fuel and, 12 to 15 years old, depending. Yeah, she did all right. And so we do have a problem with the alternator. The alternator is no longer working. We got good oil pressure, but we don't have usually that would kick up and go. Look at, we're building good air pressure. So that's good. The oil temperature gauge is acting like a tachometer. Not really sure what's up with that. We do show a discharge on the gauge, which yeah, it's turning on the lights. So we definitely got to get after. We got to get after the alternator on this thing. I think the exhaust is I think the turbo's not spinning. But so one of the things we're going to do this week's almost over, but one of the things we're going to do while we got good weather is get this cab back up, get the air intake off, check the air filter, see if there's a mouse nest in there, check the turbo, make sure it's spinning, maybe even take the turbo oil line off, make sure we're getting good oil to the turbo, and get after the alternator. And those are things that really need to be done because we really need this thing to go back to charging. Also, I wanted you to notice that the air pressure stopped right at 125, or excuse me, 135, and so we do have the governor back hooked up. Another thing we're going to do while we're under the truck is we got some new airline. We're going to run some new airline to the air assist steering because this truck is not steerable unless it's moving. So we need to get after that as well. Yeah. I hear an air leak, but I can't tell. Let's look at the air gauge and see what it's doing. Yeah, it's a small leak, but there is one. See it slowly moving down. We'll find that. There's a whole bunch of airlines down there that are old, and we'll be changing those one at a time. And we'll be using this Parker Hannafin Jiffy hose. But yeah, we'll replace all of that. Don's been working on the wiring. He's got a lot of stuff working. We hooked up the lights. We have lights hooked up here and here. One of them is parking lights. One of them is the doohickey flicky up on the top. Gristle just blew off some air, so she's up to full air now. It's been off for about a minute and a half, and we've lost like 15 pounds. So yeah, I'm also looking for a new steering wheel. If any of you guys got a mint condition, old Peterbilt steering wheel, that'd be cool. But let's get on out of here. we'll come down and we'll come out here and fire this up tonight when it gets dark, and we'll do a light show for you. We do need to get those lenses polished up there and put a brighter bulb in. I think Crystal's probably warmed up good. We'll run a cord out here and put a battery charger on Marla. Whoa. All right, let's see. Let's do a little smoke show, shall we? Yeah. So again, a quick review of the gauges. Charging. Oil pressure. We don't have an amps gauge hooked up yet, but we will. Oh yeah, also update on Crystal's fuel tanks. So if you remember, I took one of Crystal's tanks off and Don polished it up and we put it on Trisha, and I saved Trisha's tank and I sent Trisha's tank with my metal guy, and he's going to cut the end off of it and straighten that tank and then weld the end back on. And so hopefully we can get that thing back in the next month or so, and we'll pressure check it for leaks and possibly even coat it, and then have Don come over and do a sand and polish, and we'll get that back on this truck, because I'd rather keep the stock tanks on it than get some new ones. But anyhow, Crystal here, she needs a whole bunch of interior work and exterior work, and I'd like to say that this truck should be in the paint and body by March. And we're gonna get her stripped down, all the body work done, primered up, painted one color, white. It's gonna be the same color as the Scat Pack Charger that we bought. I really like that white, so it's gonna be painted that white and base clear. And then maybe towards the end of summer or maybe next year, we'll bring it to the paint guy and we'll get it sanded down and repaint the Concord stripes. And the idea is to have the stripes on top of the clear, so that there's a dimensional between the white and the clear, like maybe like the white and the stripes, so maybe like the stripes are kind of off of the truck a little ways. I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but we're going to try it. I'm not a paint guy. I have a good imagination, but rarely do I have good follow through, but we're gonna see how that goes. But in the meantime, we're going to get the body work done and the exterior painted one color, new windshields, and then get after the interior. We're going to put a new boot in the floor, and we're going to do wood floors in this truck, and then get the interior, anything on the interior that's not good, we're going to get replaced, and get the AC unit back. We got to reach out to them, because I think we got the box all rebuilt, but then we're just at a waiting point, but I'm not sure. So anyways, yeah, we'll bring you back. Boy, that would have sucked. Basically, we just wanted to take the chill out of here, which I think we did a pretty good job. Yeah, it's nice. It was about 20 degrees colder in here from sitting closed up after all that supersonic cold. And I do want to get over there tomorrow. I think if it's nice out, we'll throw the hood open. We'll plastic off the engine. We'll get underneath. We'll wipe everything down, shoot a coat of primer and a coat of paint on there. And so that thing is ready to go back together this weekend. I'd like to get this weekend. I've got some exhaust pieces coming. I'd like to get most of the exhaust put together. Yeah, we'll have to see, but I'd like to get most of the exhaust put together. And I will probably not put the boxes on. At least one side will be off in lieu of getting the exhaust under the cab all done up. I do have to order that downpipe, so we'll do a little measuring on that downpipe right now. It's warm enough outside that I don't think we have to worry about that. But first, so guys, this is what's going on. Is it on?
Yeah, it's been on.
So this is what's going on. The rear end that was in this car is the wrong rear end, and the rear end that he brought me is also the wrong rear end, and it's not set up properly. But that happens. I've done a bunch of them that weren't set up properly as well. But so I'm trying to take. Anyways, I'm trying to take new brackets and put it on there. And normally the brackets are only welded on the U, but these are welded in the front and the back. So I'm gonna have to take the rear end housing back out of the car, take it outside, get the torch out, cut it all out. And what I'll probably do is I'll cut it all loose except for just a couple of spots of weld. And then I'll put it back up here, set this one back on, and that'll give me the left, right. And then I can slide the new one in over here, and I'll put it where it belongs, and I'll put the U-bolts on, and I'll snug it up, and I'll mark. So if it does move left or right, that's fine. Then I'll just take the cutoff wheel and finish cutting off the bracket. It's just a pain in the ass. I think I'll get the forklift started and move this out of the way. I already got grinding dust all over in places it shouldn't be. And then I'll grab the rear end. I'll grab the rear end out of there and carry it outside, and we'll get a torch off, and then, yeah. Frustrating, but probably should have done it that way from the beginning. I was just trying to cheat the system, and whenever you do that, the system usually ends up sticking it to you because it can. All right. Oh, I'm stuck. All right, I love you. Yeah. Yeah, it's got some problems. You can take that in.
Okay.
Love you, Mama. So we're going to get this back off the rear end, or off the springs, and pick it up out of there, and carry it outside. Yeah. Yeah. we're gonna get a look at that right quick with this hammer. Yep. So, not 100% sure. I think it was just a front and a back, but I wanted to make sure at first. Interesting. So this thing pretty much sets on there like this. And I think what I'll do is I'll measure from the flange to the outside. And then I'll just cut those all the way off. So it's 3 inches. And I'll bet this one's 3 inches as well. Yeah. So it's 3 inches from the flange to the inside of that. Balls on some of these guys, these brokers trying to drum up business, you know, try and tell me that I hired him to move a boat for me just because he got my phone number, you know, from having a corporation, a DOT number in a corporation. He thinks I'm gonna fall for some line of bullshit like I moved a boat. Why lie? Just say, hey dude, I'm trying to drum up business. You got anything for me? I can say no, and then you could just move on. See how cool that would be? Boy, there's a lot of work. I'll put some gouges in this rear. But nothing that's gonna leak, I think. But what I will do is when I get the welder up in there and I'm gonna weld on that, we'll see. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Oops, I got it backwards. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Now I should be able to get it close because I'll line it up on the welds, on the previous welds. Should be like right there. But we'll put the bottoms on and yeah, and go from there. So we're just eyeballing it for the second. She's shy of 3 inches by a little. So we'll have to scooch it over. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Scooch it over. That should be pretty close. A little too much. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Scooch it over. It. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Let's scooch it over. Just shy. Just shy. So we'll get this one set. And we'll tink it over. Now the problem I have is that this lower spring bracket, they're all the same. You know? And so I don't know how I have a right and a left. I know I ordered a right and a left and then I ordered a set. And all 4 of them are the exact same. And so I'm not sure, not at all sure how that's possible. So I'm going to do a little research, but in the meantime, I'm going to, I'm just going to put these on, grab another one of those lower mounts. I don't know where the rest of the parts are. I thought they were right here. That's the thing about job hopping. You move stuff and then you can't find what you're looking for. There should be one more rubber, one more lower rubber. I have some old ones. It's not a huge deal. I don't rightly know why. I don't rightly know why it doesn't, why that thing is not that direction, but I'm going to put it on anyway. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense why these are all facing the same frickin' direction. Source equipment rental. Where? What equipment? Ain't no equipment. Look. Ain't no equipment. Where's the equipment?
Inside the building.
What the hell?
Inside the building.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I had to swerve around that equipment that was in my way.
That dirt pile.
Oh, there's the equipment. There's your equipment.
Yeah, some trailers.
Let's go over here. And then they lock the door, so you gotta knock.
Oh,
So you know.
snap.
Let's go in there and say hi to that lady.
Oh, your microphone's not on.
We don't need to film right now. Put those boxes in, and then we'll cover them back a little bit. Oh yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean about those stickers. See that?
Oh,
I don't know what that does.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
yeah. Point to him again. There you go. So I can see it.
Yeah.
And I rubbed my finger across it, and you couldn't feel it, but you could.
You know they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think because the sticker protected the box against corrosion, and then around the sticker's corroded, probably.
Yeah, maybe a little raised up.
See, those almost look like professional welding right there.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Now, right here, the powder didn't get up in here.
Yeah.
But if you just take some gloss and black and spray right there.
Yeah.
You have to get that. We got it.
Well, it takes a step anyways. there's an aluminum step that bolts to it, so you won't even see that. Yeah.
We got that rubber seal off.
Yep. I remembered that the other day in the airplane. I was like, I never scraped off that rubber. I was like, oh, it'd probably just blast off. All right, so what we'll do is we'll put them in the truck with the face away from the middle, because the back you can't really see.
Okay.
So we'll put it on this side.
Stand it up.
Now we'll just slide it in there.
Okay.
We'll put them kind of back to back. Let me go around.
Yep.
Babe, can you hold that blanket so we can slide it up over it? Yeah. You know what I'm thinking?
We may have to stand it up.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be better to do it this way and bring it over. Yeah. Yeah. We'll do the other one the same. And then we'll try and put those tanks in the front. I got some towels.
And put them inside the box.
I don't know. We should ought to be able to figure it out. We'll put this one in there, and then I think what I'll do is move the blanket over it and then put those tanks in front.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure.
Just try it and see.
Yeah, I'll walk backwards. Let me walk backwards. Scared me. I thought I pulled it out of your hands. Oops. Okay, now there's a tape measure right in the corner there. Yeah, I'll get it out of the way. All right. Oops, that didn't work. Oops, that didn't work. All right. So what we'll do is we'll put this like that, and then we'll put towels on it like this, and then I'll bring that other one. Really good. See how I just lost my magnet?
Don't scratch it.
Of course it did. Then I don't really know what I'm doing with these either, because I wasn't planning on them looking as good as they do. I really wasn't planning on these looking as good as they do.
She said you want to look good.
Yep. I just
I did extra on it.
yeah, I didn't plan for as many nice things.
That finish really looks good.
Yeah, it does. Really nice. Actually, I think it has one more. I think I want this one to be right here. And then this one I'm going to put right here. Okay, so here's the problem. I don't know what we're doing with those big ones.
And they can go on. I don't know because I'm not like this.
I'm just gonna see.
Against the door, that way they're on that side.
Well, they go up to the dash almost.
I got some more blankets.
Do you? I'm just gonna test fit, but I don't think I can put it anywhere.
Yeah, we're gonna need a blanket.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't dare do that. Here, hold this one. Huh? No, because I got a tank over here.
Okay.
And tanks in front of that. So if this should be okay. You wanna, yeah, come up in here. Let's see just how far this thing's gonna be up inside the truck with me. Put it right like that. Okay, yeah, that won't be too bad. Yeah, and then now we'll put the other one on top of it, yeah. Yeah. Just put the V down. We'll just slip it up in here. There we go. Yeah. Now I won't be able to get in the truck, but other than that, it's good.
You just gotta slide over.
Yeah.
Just slide over the other side.
All right.
Have you
Cool.
seen the oven in here?
Yeah, we did look at it.
Okay. Yeah, I got parts in it right now.
Nice.
We framed this about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, keep the stuff off everything else? Oh, nice.
That feels good.
Does. Yeah. That's super cool.
You can make so many pizzas in there.
We did a cage for a ride for a year last week. It turned out great. It was a black, custom color black, and it turned out phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Did you see the gold?
Yeah, I see the gold in there.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
We
Super
took
nice.
just a tough black, same thing as on yours. Put some gold glitter in it, and it looked nice.
Boy, that does look really good.
Nice.
We might end up putting some glitter on something else we
Yeah.
bring over here.
See, that's kind of what I want for Betty.
Yeah.
On the truck itself?
Yeah,
Be tough.
I know. It'd be expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. And I'll be bringing you more stuff for sure.
You too. You too. Thank you.
All set?
Yep, other than me having to climb the hell over there.
Big old boy.
What are you saying, my big old booty?
I'm gonna flip over a minute.
I'm gonna do it just like this.
Gotta do some somersaults. What you got in there?
All right, on. See you later.
Thank you.
I don't think the boxes look good at all.
No.
Nope. But they're black
Yeah.
and they are steps, so they're gonna get beat up. Maybe we'll put some. Maybe we'll put PF on them and
That might make it look a little.
see.
The sticker thing is still crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't get that. If he sandblasted the front doors, it shouldn't be like that. And I knew they were gonna show a lot of the damage to them being gloss. I almost had them done flat. And you know, we may take them back off if we decide to paint the truck flat. I may just have him paint those. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure, but they look fine. We're gonna put something on those things anyways. I'm just not sure what.
All right. Let's get on getting on.
Yep.